Hi, I want to show the vagina examination. For how when we do the vagina examination, what are the requirements? So before you do the vagina examination, you must explain to the patient might be coming to you with a complaint of either heavy menstrual bleeding or any other pregnant issue. So you need to ask a patient consent that what you are going to do. It just part of consent. It's not. You don't need to write down the consent form and sign it. So just explain that you need to do the vagina examination. There will be the digital and the specular examination. So first I want to show the digital examination. So before you do digital, you need to do the abdominal palpation. So when you do the abdominal examination, patient will be there lying down, dorsal position, and the patient will, the leg will be straight. Then you have the patient on the right side. On the right side of the patient, you stand and you have to palpate the patient abdomen. The main thing is you want to free there any abdominal mass. So if there is abdominal mass, so which are coming from there, most likely coming from the pelvic region to the abdomen. So when you have the tiny abdominal mass, we normally we represent as a gravid uterus size. Supposing if you can feel the mass, abdominal mass above the symphysis pupae around 2 fingers, that means it's about the 14-week gravid uterus size. So 16 week will be 4 fingers, then umbilicus level will be there. Umbilicus level will be the 20 weeks, then after the above 30 weeks will be there 22, 24, so we put that way. Then after you get the abdominal examination, you need to make sure the abdomen any soft, any tenderness, any other mass, either one mass or two mass you need to find. Then you need to go to the if you are having the abdominal, first you have to check for the abdomen soft, not tender, any rigidity you need to exclude. If you get the mass, you need to check for the site where is the area location. Is it a big area or is it a light F? Is it right area fossa or the umbilical area or the left hypochondria, right hypochondria or suprapubic symphysis sternum. There is a site. Then after that you need to measure with the size. So size is how many centimeter and how is the gravid uterus size. So just now what I mentioned there, if the mass is not palpable, you cannot get below the mass. When you get the mass, you go there below the. If you cannot get below the mass, you can use as a gravid uterus size, because in a gravid uterus size, gravid uterus will be getting bigger, but you cannot go beyond the lower margin of the mass. So you cannot get below, cannot scoop, so we use a gravid uterus size. If the mass can be scooped below the mass, so supposing you go by this side way, the moment you get the mass, you scoop it, and then if you get mass is moved up, that means you cannot use a gravid uterus size. You need to use by measuring tape. So measuring tape you need to use from the left margin, right margin, and then you need upper margin and lower margin. Then this is the size. So if it is firm in consistency, it is easier. If it is a soft and cystic consistency, you need to go for the percussion. So from the SCP sternum and to the resonance area, that the first doneness you get it, you continue the percussion and then you reach to the symphysis pupae. So if it is the whole throughout the way, it is doneness, that is a mass or the fluid. So if it is soft and cystic consistency, means that it must be the mass filled with the fluid. Then after that, you have to go for the left and right. Left and right is this flat area is a resonance area. So you come from the resonance. Then the first area, the first margin you hit the doneness is the right margin of the mass. Then you continue percussion and then the percussion at the doneness is stopped, resonance is back. That is your left margin. Then you can measure with the measuring tape. Or you can do for the midline also can, but midline it had to be the doneness to the resonance. So but preferably we can go for the side to the midline. After that, after you do the palpation and then this palpation, then you can go for the percussion. The percussion also, if you do the percussion, we are trying to find out the free fluid in the abdominal cavity. So if the patient is lying down, free fluid will be in the side flat area. So you go for the resonance doneness area. Then if there is a resonance, there is no free fluid. And if you continue, it will be free fluid, no free fluid resonance. That means the patient doesn't have the free fluid. If the whole abdomen is distended, and with the fluid at the doneness in the fluid sideway, that means that this patient having a free fluid. So you can, as a patient, put the area where there is a doneness, you press on put the finger there. You, as a patient, then to the left side, then you wait for the few seconds. Then after that, you press percuss on the same area, then what you will hear the resonant sound. That means the fluid is shift to there. At the dependent side, the patient is having a free fluid, so it's a free fluid side is positive. That is how we check in abdominal examination. So inspection, you have to check any abdomen is abdomen is distended or not distended, any flap you need to check in the inspection, any scar in the laparoscopic scar around the umbilicus, left iliac fossa, right iliac fossa. Sometimes you can see the scar in the suprapubic area, or you can see the low trabecular suprapubic scar, which is the previously she might have the cesarean section or gynae procedure, rupture ectopic or any other open procedure. So that is your inspection. Then after that palpation, your percussion and auscultation is in a gynae, not really important. So after all finished, only we go to the perineum. So perineum, you need to you don't need to clean the patient and drape it, just only for dorsal position, but you need the privacy, chaperone and lighting, because this is a private area, so you cannot get you and the patient alone. Get someone to be in a room together. So chaperone, lighting, you have to get proper lighting. If you want inside any procedure you want to do, you need the lighting, focus inside. Then after that, chaperone, privacy, it must be inside the room. So before you do, you need to check for the clitoris and labia minora and labia majora, and after the urethra. Then this one is a perineal area, so you have to check all this normal or not. Postmenopausal woman will be atrophy, normal will be there, is normal perineum. After that, there will be the pubic hair. Pubic hair will not be much significant clinically. Then after that, you have to do the speculum first. Then after that, then only we have to go for the digital manual vaginal examination. So, okay, that's all.